Now let's see today's super delicious chicken handi recipe. Now here I've taken 200 grams of boneless chicken that I've cut into small cubes. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix all of this really well and then cover and keep it aside for 30 minutes. Now in the meantime, I'm going to grind half a cup of fried onions and 1/4 cup of soaked cashew nuts to a very fine paste. I'll leave the instructions of the same in the description box below. Next, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil to a pan. Once the oil is hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of jeera or cumin, 2 cardamoms or elaichi, 1 inch of cinnamon or dalchini, and 1 bay leaf. Next, I'm going to add the paste of 4 small cloves of garlic and half an inch of ginger. If you're using the ready-made ginger garlic paste, then about 1 tablespoon. Fry the ginger garlic really well. Now I'm going to add 1 green chili that I've chopped fine, and I'm going to fry the green chili as well. Now we're going to add our marinated chicken and mix everything really nicely. We're going to fry the chicken till the chicken turns to a little whitish color. So fry it for about 2 minutes till the chicken turns white on a medium to high flame, stirring continuously. After that, you can lower the flame to medium, then add 1 teaspoon of pepper powder, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chili powder or paprika, and again mix everything really nicely. Now I'm going to add the puree or the paste of 1 medium-sized tomato. I've just taken 1 tomato and put it in my mixer jar and ground it to a very fine paste. Next we're going to add, so mix everything really well first. And now we're going to add our fried onion and cashew nut paste. I'll leave the instructions as to how I made the paste. Now mix everything really well. Now I'm going to add half a cup of water. This is the cashew nut paste and onion water that was there in the mixer jar. I just rinsed that with some water and I'm going to add that. Mix everything really nicely. And now we're going to cover and cook this on a low to medium flame for about 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally because now we want to cook the chicken really nicely till it's soft and tender. Don't forget to stir in intervals. After 8 to 10 minutes, again uncover the chicken, and now we're going to add salt, but do keep in mind that we've already added salt during marination, so just check for taste and then add the salt. Next, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of crushed kasuri methi or dried fenugreek leaves, half a teaspoon of garam masala. Now this is my homemade garam masala. I'll leave a link of how I prepare it at home. It's super simple. Mix everything well. We have just 2 more ingredients to go through and our dish will be ready. Now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cream. You can use fresh cream or you can even use the cream or the malai that comes on top of the milk that we regularly use. And now just garnish it with some lovely coriander and your dish is all ready. Squeeze some lemon, serve it with some onion, and it goes well with some roti. There are very few ingredients. So here I have 2 medium-sized onions that I've chopped fine, 20 cloves of garlic, half an inch of ginger, and 1 green chili that I've just cut up into half. Here there are about 8 to 10 curry leaves and about 1/4 cup of coriander leaves, chopped fine. 1 medium-sized tomato chopped fine, half a teaspoon of cumin powder or jeera powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala. I'll leave a recipe of homemade garam masala down below. 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander or dhania powder, and this is 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds or sauf. And this is about 200 grams of chicken cut into smaller pieces. Now I'm going to heat a pan and I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add these fennel seeds and I'm going to saute them in the oil. And you'll get this beautiful aroma of these fennel seeds or sauf. They have a sweetish kind of an aroma. Next, I'm going to add the ginger, the garlic, and the green chilies. We're going to fry all of this for at least half a minute till the rawness of the garlic and the ginger goes away. Then I'm going to add the curry leaves, and I'm also going to add the chopped onions. And now I'm going to fry everything on a medium flame for at least 10 minutes. We want the onions to completely turn into a dark golden color or a darkish brown color like this. Once that is done, just transfer it to a bowl and let it come completely to room temperature. Once it comes to room temperature, I'm going to add the tomato, and I'm going to grind this to a very smooth paste without adding any water. Now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of ghee to the same pan. This is the ground paste. And I've also added about half a cup of water to the mixer jar in which the masala was ground. And this is the masala water. We're going to use it in the recipe. We will also be needing 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi powder. Now once the ghee is nice and hot, I'm going to add this ground masala paste. And we're going to fry this paste for at least a whole minute. We're going to fry this on a medium flame till it changes to a darkish color and starts to ooze out a little bit of ghee or oil. So this is also very key to this recipe, that you fry this paste really well. Now I'm going to add all the powder masalas, that is the coriander powder, the cumin powder, the Kashmiri chili powder, the garam masala and the turmeric. And again we're going to saute this for another whole minute. And I'm also going to add some salt to taste. And now again I'm going to mix everything and fry everything for a whole minute. Frying the masala paste is very key and very important to this recipe. That brings out all the flavor to this recipe. So fry everything for a whole minute. And you will see now that the masala changes into a very darker color, and you see some ghee or oil oozing out of the mixture. It changes its consistency, and this is the time we're going to add the chicken. Now you can use chicken on the bone also for this recipe. And I'm going to coat the chicken really well with this bagar or this masala. That's also very important. See that all the pieces are nicely coated with this chicken, with the masala, sorry. So take your time and let the masala coat the chicken really nicely. Now this is more of a drier dish, but if you want to have a little bit more of gravy, you can increase the water from half a cup to 1.5 cup or 1 cup, depending on how much gravy you need. I'm keeping this dish dry, more on the drier side or semi-dry. So now I'm going to add this 1/4 cup of masala water. And again, I'm going to mix everything really, really well. And we've done up with all the ingredients. Now all we have to do is just cook the chicken till it's really nicely done. So mix everything really nicely. And then we're just going to cover and cook this for about 8 to 10 minutes on a low flame, stirring in intervals. And finally, our lovely garlic chicken is all ready. All it needs is a lovely garnish of some fresh coriander. You can have this with some chapatis, some rotis, some naan, or some dal and rice. It tastes really very delicious. So do give this recipe a try. recipe of chicken koftas. Let's go through the ingredients. They're really few and some things that we really have in our kitchen or our pantries. So now here I have 250 grams of chicken mince. These are 2 medium-sized onions that I've chopped really fine. 4 to 5 green chilies chopped fine. Now you can adjust this according to how spicy you'd like the koftas. 10 cloves of garlic chopped fine. This is about 1/4 cup of fresh coriander chopped fine. 1 egg. Now this is the juice of 1 lemon, so roughly about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This is 1 cup of breadcrumbs. 2 teaspoons of pepper powder. And our last ingredient, which is also very important, is salt to taste. So now that we have our ingredients sorted, let's just get started. So first I'm going to add the onions to the mince. Now you can see that I have all my ingredients just ready. So this would be a good tip to, keep all your ingredients ready. Next goes in the garlic, the green chilies. Now I would suggest that you go a little on the spicier side because then it really brings out the taste. Of course, if you're not used to spice, then you can cut down on the spiciness. Next goes in the pepper powder, the coriander leaves. Now one tip is that everything really needs to be chopped very fine, so take your time with the ingredients. Now some salt to taste. Now I'm going to just beat the egg up and add that. And the lemon juice. So I'm going to mix all of these ingredients well together. Now you can see that I've not added the breadcrumbs yet. And now I'm going to add the breadcrumbs. Now here I'm mixing it with a spoon, but I prefer, mixing it with my hand because then I come to know, okay, how much breadcrumbs are needed because we want a firm and stiff kind of a mixture. So now our mixture is ready. So we're just going to make very small koftas or small balls and set them aside. So make them very small, don't make them very big. And now would be a good time to keep, just about a little bit of oil for heating. So I'm just going to be using about 4 tablespoons of oil. I don't want to deep fry this, but I would like to, just shallow fry them. You could deep fry them too. So I'm just using about 4 tablespoons of oil, and I'm just going to put the koftas in, and I'm going to fry them on a low to medium heat till they are nicely evenly cooked. Keep your flame from low to medium. And then just keep tossing the koftas around till they are nice and golden brown. Keep an eye on them so that they don't get burned. Don't increase the flame to very high because then only the outside will be cooked and the inside will be raw. So cook it evenly on a low to medium heat. You have to try out these koftas if you haven't already. You can have them all by themselves like a starter, or you can have them with some pulao. The choices are endless. And now you can see that they are all nice and golden brown in color. And what I like to do is I like to drain them on a steel sieve like this, not on kitchen napkins, because that way they remain nice and crispy. If you put them on the kitchen napkins, they do become a little soggy. And that's it, guys. Delicious koftas are all ready to enjoy. So friends, don't forget to give this video a big like. Don't forget to subscribe to Akshata's recipes.